Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Stellaris 2.72 update. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is the Driven Assimilator playthrough. So I've created this faction, the Vortex Assimilators, starting on a ring world because I haven't done that start yet. They are the machine, intelligence, the Driven Assimilators, so they start the game with 10 cyborg pops. And if you want to see a little bit more about this, let's take a look at our cyborg species, the Brax. They're going to look like these purple guys over here. But their traits are, I made them, obviously they're cybernetic, so their habitability is 20 plus 20%. They're industrious, minerals from jobs, ingenious, energy credits from jobs. I don't know if these are good choices or not. Fleeting, leader lifespan, and slowness. I didn't figure like leader characteristics were important to them because they're the sub-cybernetic species, but I might be wrong about that. I've just never played a driven assimilator like this, so this is how I'm gonna do it. And then with these folks, I picked out logic engines, and they're bulky and they're machines. So I thought this was, yes, I just thought this would be an interesting one to play here. So what I'm going to do is play on a very small map, because in my brief time messing around with 2.7 on one of my other longer games, the lag is even worse at the end game. I can't believe that they actually made it worse, but it seems like they did. So yeah, we're going to play on the smaller map. With everything kind of set to the default, and the end game start year, victory year is going to be off. So we're going to try to conquer the whole galaxy, captain with scaling, and we'll roll with that. Let's see what happens. The game seems quicker and smoother to me early. It seems really quite a bit more laggy in the late game, though. It's kind of mind-blowing. So here we are, the Vortex. Let's get our research up. Energy grid, capacity, subsidies. Let's go for physics research first. Actually, you know what? Energy credits from technicians. Pop, growth, speed, cha-ching. And engineering from research. Sure. And on our planet we have machines growing our robots, which would be very, very nice. It's growing pops, it's growing us. Our robots, we're on a ring world. This is pretty cool. Generator segment, research segment, agricultural segment. Pretty cool. That seems worthwhile. We don't need consumer goods. Oh, that's going to be fun. Well, that'll be kind of fantastic. And we can't do a colony designation with it right there. So, it's very interesting. Okay. Let's go take a look at our exploration and research. I'm going to do something here. Well, let's see how this works out. I'm going to fix this in the settings. Gameplay event pop-ups. Turn those back on. We had them turned off at the end of our last series because they're causing too many problems. We're gonna get, yeah, that's, what do they have? Solar panel network and one shipyard. Okay, so what's it gonna take for us to build another science vessel? 100. Let's build it. And you're going there. Good. Let's speed things up just a little bit here. Very saddened by the fact that I just recently completed the XCOM 2 War of the Chosen series. You all have probably another couple of weeks of videos to watch on that as I'm currently uploading them. But it's always such a bittersweet thing to finish playing through that whole game. It's just so much fun. I think I could play through XCOM and XCOM 2 100 times and never get bored of it. I like those games a lot. I'm currently trying to play a couple new games that I would like to feature on this channel, but I don't like to put things up on the channel until I kind of know what's going on, until I feel confident in being able to play them. I don't want to watch people fumble around. I'm sure you don't either. And one of the fumbling points right this second is I'm learning how to play Other Side. That's one of them. Research speed, leader experience gain. That'll be a nice one. So Other Side is one of them. He's survey speed. He's busy commanding. Okay. And Other Side is a very interesting game so far, it seems like. But I want to get a much better command of the game before I decide to put it on the channel. The other thing is I am digging into Endless Space. I've been saying I've been do that for a long time. I'm digging into Endless Space 2. I really like the user interface design to Endless Space 2. It is nothing short of a gorgeous game. I'm getting used to it. I still don't understand everything that's going on yet, but I have found some tutorial videos on the internet. And here are the Cybrax, which we found on Hixar. So over here, according to a partial data fragment that our scientists managed to extract from one of the artifacts. So there we go. Discovery of alien life. Great.
Situation log adjusted.
So, oh, I know something else I need to change then. Settings, go back to gameplay, say auto event. Yes, auto pause. Turn that on. Okay. Here we go. But I really want to start doing some Endless Space playthroughs. It seems like a really neat game. I just have to get used to all this stuff. It's so different from Stellaris, and it's so different from Galactic Civilizations 3, which is a turn-based game. On the surface, it feels very much like a mix of Stellaris and Galactic Civ 3, where Galactic Civ 3 is turn-based, and this game has all the star lanes, and it's like Endless Space 2 is like star lanes and turn-based. But it's just so pretty. I like it, and they did a really good job with it. I think it looks gorgeous. I just don't know. It seems like my kind of game. So far, when I've played of it, I've really liked it. I just need to dig into it. It's like any 4X. That's one of the things about 4X games I think we can all agree on, is that when you're playing these games, a 4X game requires a lot of effort to learn because they're typically so deep. So there's a lot of time, and I was just commenting on this on one of the threads down below on one of my other YouTube videos, being asked the question, how do you get good at these games with how deep they are? And of course, I think all of us know by now that part of the answer to that question is you just have to play a lot and fail a lot. You have to be okay knowing that you're going to fail. It's not like a role-playing game or a first-person shooter. This is very hard, so we're going to leave it be for now. I'm going to change some of my strategy with Anomalies according to what some other people have said, and that is, I'm trying to take all your advice that I have acquired over the many, many months and years of playing these games and putting them on YouTube, and I'm going to leave anything like this alone for later. So we'll leave it be for now, and then maybe later on when this guy has a lot of levels and he's really good at surveying anomalies really fast, then we'll go plow into those. So instead of changing the scientists as well. But in a standard game like a role-playing game, you can gimp yourself and you'll want to play it better later but a lot of times you're playing through a role-playing game a second and third time to be really efficient with your classes, or to play classes you haven't ever played yet, or to experience parts of the story that you missed the first time, or whatever. There's lots of different reasons, but it's usually not because, oh, I failed and I died and the game ended and I have to start over. And same thing with a game, I think of first-person shooter games, like, do I not have enough of that? I don't. I think of first-person shooter games or first-person games. Like one of my favorites is Half-Life 2. You don't get halfway through Half-Life 2 and then permanently die and have to start over and be like, okay, now I know a little bit more. You rely on earlier saves, and then if you die, you go back to an earlier save, you go back through the section, you figure it out, you get better, you move on. But 4X games are unique the way that they're structured, how there's so much information in them that you have to learn the numismatic order. Ooh. I don't have any money though. Show us your wares. What do you have? How to better align your units to Vortex Prime's magnetosphere with our wholly patented numismatic magnetostrips. Your drones will drain your sacred energy credits with less fervor. What does this give us? Minus 100 influence and the numismatic magnetostrips distributed modifier given the following effects. Robot upkeep minus 10%. Okay. I kind of like that. I kind of want to keep it. It's early in the game for that, though. I need that influence, but I'm going to do it anyway. It seems kind of neat. I'm looking for... Oh, here we go. And here's the Vengrelian greetings, caravanners. What do you have? Show us your wares. Unmarked. That's 2,000 energy credits. Low price of 6 months of society research. Oh, 2,000 credits would be kind of nice. Yeah, sure. I'm going to do that one too. I usually don't touch these guys, but that's going to be good. What did we have here? Nice. So yeah, getting back to my point there, it's just so different. Oh, they're made off with 200 energy credits, turkeys. It's like a kickback for them. It's just so different to play a game where you expect to go through it one time and you're going to experience the story and you're going to experience the game, and then when you're done, you can play it if you want to, but everything's... You don't have to learn anything new. You might, but you're not going to. You don't have to. A 4X game is so much different. It's like, okay, I'm going to play another one of these. Oh, and I learned 20 new things. Okay, and I died. Now I'm going to start over. My empire got conquered. I'm going to start over with these 20 new things that I know now. Oh, and I learned 20 more new things, and I got defeated later on. And it repeats that cycle. It's like you're constantly learning about all that little details of the game and going, okay, next time through the game, I know what I'm going to do. And that happens with everything from research to how you're going to manage your pops, to how you're handling resettlement, to how you're building your actual structures out. All of this stuff, you learn a little bit as you go along, and you're like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to specialize my planets now because I know how to do that, and it's a really smart thing to do. And so I'll do that next time. And then you play that game, and maybe you get conquered a little further later on. But it's just a totally different thing learning these games. So kind of want to build that research segment. What do we have here? Bioreactor. It just produces energy, and it has food for upkeep. Wow, interesting. System survey complete. Stronghold. Those will be useful. Okay, what do we have here? We have a science ship doing nothing. Which one? You. I'm going to send you up here to survey because this other guy I've already given assignment to. You need to come up with enough alloys to be able to build a starbase. We're lacking 14 influence. Okay. Not alloys, just influence. Yeah, so whenever I'm faced with a new 4X game, especially when you viewers of mine who are so wonderful and you Patreon supporters are saying, hey, why don't you play this? And immediately I feel kind of crushed. I'm like, oh, yeah, Endless Space 2 looks really good. But oh my god, I have to learn all these new systems and rules and things. And same thing with the new Master of Orion game that came out a few years ago. That's an update from the old Moo games. I have it. I own it. It's in my Steam library. But I just look at it and I'm like, I know I'd have to learn so much more stuff now. And the same thing is going on right now with the other side. I just picked it up. Everybody knows I love turn-based games. Lots of people have recommended this to me. A lot of my close friends are saying, you really need to play this. It's right up your alley. But I'm already feeling overwhelmed trying to play it, being like, I don't understand all the rules. The timeline looks really cool. It seems like it took something from BattleTech and expanded on it a whole bunch. Those of you who watch the BattleTech stuff on my channel, and yes, there are more videos coming because of the career mode, but we know from BattleTech that there are a couple of things that you can do to move your initiative up and down the timeline. You can use a precise shot, and that'll move you in one direction on the timeline, or you can use defense, and that'll move you. If you use precise shot on your enemy, it forces them back one on the timeline, and if you use the defensive entrenchment ability,
surface variable detected.
I'm going to research that one. If you use the defensive one, the sure footing or whatever it's called, then you move yourself up one on the timeline next turn. And so I thought that was one of the really cool things about BattleTech, was being able to move yourself around on that timeline a little bit. Well, now Other Side has taken that concept and built the whole game around it, and it's really kind of wild. So I'm just trying, and it's such a strange, very strange game. It's well, let me choose one of this and I'll keep talking about it. Discovery, yes. Survey speed increased by 33%. And ship disengagement chance, and then research. Yeah, I always go down this first, even though sometimes expansion can be kind of nice. Pop assembly speed plus 10%. I'm still going to do this. So with the Other Side, it's taken that concept of the timeline, the initiative timeline, and it's really built a lot of stuff around it. But it's also such a very different, unfamiliar landscape, or setting would be the correct word. Sonified science. All right. It's such a different setting, and I was trying to explain it to somebody, and I said, it's a little bit like H.R. Giger and H.P. Lovecraft having a love child. It's this very strange. The art's great, but I'm still not even attached to it yet. I kind of don't understand it. What's going on with the whole memories and recollections and all this kind of stuff. But I'm very interested to keep digging into it. I'm very curious about it. And if it turns out to be as good as some of my friends have said, I'd really like to put it on this channel. But for now, it's just one of those things that's really strange. You'll probably see some of that this upcoming Friday and Saturday, and maybe even Sunday, as I get some time on Twitch. I would very much like. I'm going to be playing a couple of things. I'll be playing Other Side, and I'll be probably fumbling around in the space too, because those are things that I don't want. I'm not good enough yet to want to record them as episodes on YouTube. So it'd be fun to just go on there and babble away and fumble around on those on Twitch and see how it works. Been playing some, and we're back. A little bit of a real life interruption, so I had to stop recording for a little while. Our construction ship is up here waiting for... Oh, finally has enough influence to build that. There, we can start colonizing that system, this system. What do we have over here? Ocean world. Fun. And so there we were, where I was rambling on and on and on about video games. About Other Side and Endless Space 2 and Master of Orion, and things that I want to play and things I want to put on this channel and things that might end up on the stream when I'm lucky enough to get on Twitch every now and then. It's going to be a really rare thing, but I thought it would be kind of fun. I know there's people who watch this channel are in some substantially different time zones than I am here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States of America. So we have people all over the world, which is actually a really cool thing. I totally dig that. Let's see. So we have that. We can colonize this world. Continental world. If we send... So can we... I wonder if it matters who we colonize with. I guess it doesn't, probably. Hixar Prime. Well, sure. Go there. And then didn't somebody say, oh, if you have the tech, you can start getting rid of those things right now, but we don't have any of the tech, so lots of dense jungle there. Dangerous wildlife. That's my cat at 3 o'clock in the morning. She thinks she's dangerous wildlife. Yeah, but I think Endless Space is probably the game that I'm really going to enjoy playing just from the look of it and a little bit of time that I've spent with it. Like, I don't know, a couple of hours. I'm still going through the, you learn how to do all that stuff in all these forex games. Colonize, move through space, what to build and what order to build it, population management, shipbuilding, diplomacy, wars. In Endless Space 2's, it's they also have heroes, so kind of like the leaders here in Stellaris. It's nice having played Galactic Civilizations 3 and Civ for a lot of years, and now Stellaris. A lot of the things are familiar, they just look different. Here is the L cluster. Ooh. Even more intriguing, the gateway was built entirely by microscopic nanites. Great. Yes, it's really the L cluster. Perfect, so it's right there. Well, let's try not to open that up too soon. What do we have down here? Caravanessa. Yeah, it's going to be small, and the reason why is because I want to conquer the whole thing, and it'll be a shorter game then too. But I want to conquer the whole galaxy. We're basically the Borg, so we want to go through here and conquer aliens. All right. Well, you need to move there until we get enough influence for you to. I noticed the edicts changed. So fortify border, starbase upgrade speed 50%. And a lot of these now say until canceled map the stars requires a lot of influence. So yeah, that was one of the things I did when I upgraded the 2.7.2 is I went and loaded that last game, the life seeded one. At the very end there, I wanted to see if greater than ourselves was actually going to work. I have been told by other users that greater than ourselves should work successful, and that it should move pops very quickly, and it wasn't doing that for me. So I think the only proper way is to test it out in a new game like this. So here's a new game, 2.7.2, and I have removed the auto pop mod from this game, so does not exist in this play. And we're going to get back there and try to get the greater than ourselves to work, and we'll see how that manages populations when we get to it. Hopefully it'll actually work this time and be kind of nice. I still feel like there's just so much that they can do to make this game better. Certainly the late game lag I was experiencing after I upgraded to 2.7.2 was horrendous. It was playable at 2.62. You saw the end of my life seeded series. I could play that, and I didn't mind that. I didn't think the lag was bad at all, but as soon as I loaded that game up after upgrading to 2.7.2, it was horrific. I was actually quite stunned at how bad it was. So I really hope Paradox fixes this game in that regard. Epsilon aliens. So I'll be making a little bit more use of this. The Crystal Codex is your special project, the Crystal Codex. Mineral Cluster is a holographic record, multi-sided, many-edged, and translucent. It remains secure in the examiner's tractor beam, but our experts will need some time to decode its contents. So that is the Crystal Codex. What is it? Track that thing on the map. Anomalies. Very hard ones for later, because it says what it's got the 4, so it's got like
planetary settlement procedure.
It's got like I imagine, I've never paid too close of attention to this, but I imagine what this is recommended, like the skill level probably needs to match this. This is 8, this is a 4. That's substantial. Challenging, this is very hard. Research time 1200. 250.
Construction complete.
So we'll come get those in a little bit. Vortex Prime. Oh, we got an extra building slot here, and we're running out of jobs. I'd really like to get a research segment up. It's going to require 2,000 minerals and 1,000 gas. Oh, and we don't have gas yet, do we? We don't have
Technological acquisition
gas.
successful.
Okay, well, in that case, let's build a research lab. Sentinel post, hunter-seeker drones. Yeah. Let's probably do those two things. What do we have here? More research. Technicians. Research station output. Yes, please.
Anomalous
That
surface
is
variable
routine,
detected.
so we will allow
Construction
them to
complete.
research that. This is... Oh, we can get that good because it's got some alloys there that I'm going to want. And then we have 2 planets in this system that...
Anomalous surface
That's
variable.
hellish. 2,400, so we'll leave that be for now. Let's go look at planets. Alright. So what do these guys look like here? These are Lulj. So this is Lulj 1 and 2. So there's one that's going to be nice for energy, but it also has some minerals. We're going to want to take advantage of that. Where is this one at? Barrow what? Where is that at? Oh, it's up there. Okay. And it had what? Oh, it had a bunch of food. Not a big deal for us, but still. This is tough. This one is food. This is going to be a food planet. And this one here is going to be mining and energy, probably. So, let's get these guys. Colonize. This will be a food-ish planet. Oh, and we're lacking alloys. Well, we'll just have to get on that. Let's go back to Vortex Prime. We're going to need alloys, aren't we? Let's switch this. We're going to need alloys. We're going to need many more than what we have right now. So. But I like the idea of not needing consumer goods. The Borg don't need consumer goods. That's basically what they are. I didn't name them that, but I very easily could have. Oh, we have some research that's not hanging. Monthly Unity +2. Thank you, please. Yes. Yes. That's what I want. I want more Unity. More Unity. Crank that up. So what else is there? Buildings. Blah, 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 blah. Deviancy. Clear Balker cost. That's... New colonies. Start with 1 additional pop. That's always a nice one to get early. Yep.
Construction complete.
Then grab the stuff, man. 500. Oh, yeah, so one of the things I was talking about before I had to break there is the other side, and the fact that the game setting is such unfamiliar territory for me. It's very strange. It's really cool when developers want to do something that different, but it does make it harder for me to connect with it. It's very easy for me to connect with something that's like Divinity Original Sin 2, because it's a role-playing game, and even though there's a lizard in it, you know, it's humanoid characters, it's armor, it's weapons, it's crossbows, it's spells. It's like, I've played enough Dungeons and Dragons that it makes sense to me. It's an easy one, so I'll do it. But in the case of Other Side, it's such a foreign environment to me. And it's such a foreign setting. I don't feel like I have a really good grasp on it early. So I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time. And one of those, the first thing is I'm trying to understand the actual turn-based mechanics and the skills and how I should be using them and what I should be clicking on, because it doesn't use the same sort of clicking and keyboard mechanics that other turn-based games like XCOM use. And then the other thing I'm trying to do is get a handle on the setting and the story. And I don't feel like they gave us enough information early on to make me understand, what is this? So I'm it seems like it's set up so that as you go through it, the story will be revealed so that by the time you get to the end, it'll all make sense. I'm hoping that's the case. We'll see if that actually is the case or not when I get there.
System survey.
And the other game that I'm playing a little bit of, and I'm not playing it a whole lot, is Assassin's Creed Origins, because I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games at all, and they were on sale on Steam, and I thought, well, I'll pick them up. And I have to say that the world looks amazingly gorgeous. I don't like playing games, third-person games, where I'm always watching the backside of my character. It certainly is necessary, I think, for that fighting style, that Dark Souls-ish Assassin's Creed. And that's just a very popular way to do melee combat in video games. Third-person character, so that they can see.
System survey complete.
And so the character moves around and all that stuff. And I get it. I get why they do that. You know, Dark Souls has popularized that. But the days of fighting melee style like a Skyrim or an Oblivion are going away, certainly. And I would be even, in fact, surprised if the next Elder Scrolls game didn't just force third person on you and went for a more
Anomalous surface.
A more Witcher style, Dark Souls style, Assassin's Creed style of combat. If they go that way, I know it would make a lot of people happy. It certainly won't please me, but I can see them going in that direction because it's become sort of standardized and ubiquitous. It's everywhere. But I have to say that as beautiful as Assassin's Creed Origin is,
Anomalous surface variable
at the present moment, it's just already boring me. I already find it really boring. I don't find it compelling at all. So I'm hoping that with a little bit more time, it will become compelling. But I'm not excited about it at all. It's one of those games where it's like, yeah, it's gorgeous, but I log in and start playing it, and in 10 minutes I'm bored, 5 minutes I'm bored, and I'm just like, I'd rather play something else. And that's always a bad sign for a video game. Whereas I've played through now, since the pandemic started, really. I've played through Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, and now most recently Far Cry 5. And I have enjoyed all of those games immensely. They have been a lot of fun. They're easy to get in and out of. I like the fact that I can just get into them and play for 30 minutes and feel like I made progress and I had fun doing it, and I like that a lot. And even though some of the gameplay is a little bit repetitive, they're just fun games. With Assassin's Creed, it's the same sort of thing. You know, swing your melee weapon, block, parry, roll away, swing, blah, blah, blah. It's just very... The combat's boring enough, even though your character's on the screen making all kinds of flashy moves. It's just really boring. And nothing about the story has compelled me yet, because they've all been little tiny quests and nothing's been kind of major or captivating in any way. It's like, oh, this person in the market is selling counterfeit goods. Well, okay, I don't really care. Are you going to grab me with something that's going to make me care? It's so the opposite of the feel that I get from a game like Skyrim, where right away I was sucked into this world and wanted to do the quest. Skyrim to me has one of the best intros to any game ever. Having to fight your way, your head's just literally about to go on the chopping block, and then all hell breaks loose. And then as a tutorial, you have to fight your way through this dungeon and deal with all these other goons. And so you're able to acquire several smaller pieces of gear and learn how the combat system works and get some help. And by the time you come out of there, you have a direct goal. You need to go to this place. Bleak Falls Barrow's in the way. Well, that ends up being a great diversion before you even go to the main town in Whiterun and talk to the Jarl and tell him about the dragon. And it actually helps you. to do that, because then you end up with the tablet before you even get to Whiterun. So everything about that whole first couple of hours in Skyrim is just set up and designed to suck you in. And there's absolutely nothing like that in Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like, I have no... And I would feel probably a lot different about it if the combat was different. Because, for instance, I really like the combat in games like Divinity Original Sin 2. But I like party-based, turn-based games anyway. And same thing with XCOM. So even though you're doing the same missions and you're using the same tools, every single one of them feels a little bit different. And bad things can happen. And rolls can go not your way. And all kinds of things that keeps it entertaining at all times. But with Assassin's Creed, it's just like, oh, yeah, another enemy. Okay. Slash, slash, slash. Oh, another enemy. Slash, slash. Another enemy. Slash. It just puts me to sleep. So I'm hoping it gets better, but people have told me the same thing too about The Witcher 3, and I haven't been able to get very far in that game either. Again, that whole third-person combat just annoys the heck out of me. And that may be a game that I actually have to stream on Twitch. It may be better for me than anything else. The combat in Witcher 3 just drives me nuts. It's so horrible. It's just so terrible. And those Witcher games have always been terrible for combat. Oh god, Witcher 1 was the worst. And Witcher 2 wasn't much better.
Construction.
And everybody tells me, oh, it's the greatest role-playing game of all time. And I really dispute that. First of all, I don't consider it so much a role-playing game because I would consider Witcher 3 an adventure game. Because you are playing Geralt. We have discovered a new archaeological site. Excellent. Oh, let's break through chains. Cool. Assign a scientist to begin the excavation. Alright, well, we gotta get somebody there. So we got one there and we got one there, and that's cool. They're close to being within our borders, so we have to go try and get those. Vortex Prime has this. We're cranking out a little bit more of that. That's nice. So we won't be able to build this until we got gas. We can build this when? Oh, we need 100 crystals for that, and we need 100 motes for that. And this is just housing for that. Okay, I see. And what is this? Amenities.
Planetary surface settlement established.
So they're saying, if you can, get us some amenities. Hixar Prime, this colony is ready to go. Well, gentlemen, we can't clear any of those blockers yet, so the thing to do is let's get some minerals going on the old mining districts. What are our decisions allow us to do? Cease drone production. I don't want to do that. Activate compliance protocols. I don't want to do that. I do want to choose what this is going to be. I think we're going to want to split this. We have so few planets right now that provide us with minerals. We're going to want to take every advantage we can to get these. At the same time, we're going to want to make it like a generator world. So for right now, we'll make it a mining world. Take advantage of that district build speed. Yeah, Witcher 3 is one of those games I really wish I would like right out of the box. And everybody tells me just get far enough. They're like, play till here, and then the story kicks in, and then it gets great. It's like, okay, but the story is not going to fix these hokey controls and this awkward way that he walks because the controls are weird and it's third person, and it's not going to fix this awkward third person combat that's just goofier than heck. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever like that game. I hope someday I will, but I just don't consider it a role-playing game because you're playing Geralt. You're not playing a character that you dreamed up. You're playing somebody else's character. So that's why I consider it more of an adventure game. See, in a transmission from the Photician Enlightened Kingdom, they appear to have successfully translated our language. And they are authoritarian, xenophile, increased opinion of other species, and they allowed a materialist, the academic privilege. Nice. Okay, so join us. You will be assimilated. Our theoretical models have long suggested the existence of other intelligent civilizations. Well, yes. And where are they? They're up there. So they're about to get this archaeological site unless I can move my buttocks. Which I would very much like to have that. I'd actually like to have that and block them off there. They're independent. Oh, and where's the science ship? You're there. Yes, I see that. This has to be within our borders before you can do anything about it. So here's what I would suggest is that you go down here, survey that. We're up here by ourselves, which is pretty good. I'd like to get over here though and choke point that right there. That would be wonderful. If I can't, we're gonna have to choke here and probably leave this to them, and that would suck. So, or we can try to choke point there, but I don't think we can get there in time. So
construction
now that's what it becomes. Can we get up there? Yep. We're gonna move. We're gonna hustle as fast as we can up there. At least if we could get here, we could get this archaeological site and we could block this planet off from them, and that would be ideal. I may have to build another constructor ship to kind of come in behind them, but it takes what, 100 alloys? I'm okay with that. Oh, wait a minute. We wanted to start colonizing these other planets though, and they were going to cost us some things, weren't they? That one, let's go take a look at it. 4 minerals, 2 minerals. Okay, well I want the bigger mineral one, so colonize this, and we're going to call it, I don't know, still version 7.2, 2.7.2, and they still don't do the naming right. You still have to adjust it yourself. Come on, Paradox, I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can do it. You can improve the game. You can. Honestly, you can. What are you doing? What's over here? Research projects and system. Go research that project first. We're not in a big hurry to go in this other direction. Not yet. This would be a good choke point right here, though. What are you doing? You go in there and there and there, and then you can go here. Okay, good job, dude. Do you have enough to get over there? No. Do you? It's probably this. Oh, a colony ship? Oh, yeah. There. Okay. I knew it.
Surface variable detected.
Turkeys. Oh, did I just cause when I researched something? Darn it. Get over here. How much do we need? 75? Building, you're 82%. Go over here and build this. Finish it up and get over there. We have to cut these guys off. We have to.
Technological acquisition successful.
This games love to do. Okay, fusion reactor. Survey speed. I'll take that. Clearing blockers. Yes. Let's start with some of those and get them off of there. Oh, who's going to win there? Between us and him. Unknown orders. I know he's working on it. Dang it. What are they doing? Are they beating us to it? No. Oh, man. He's going to beat us to it. Son of a tricky. Darn.
Special project.
The holographic data documents the team terms and conditions for a trilateral trade treaty between 3 major alien powers that once dominated this quadrant of the galaxy. Context eludes us, and the details are meaningless, but Science Officer Unit U7 feels that this find will prove invaluable to improving our own ability to communicate with alien races. We get a bunch of society research. He gained some experience. Now has the statecraft. This is going to upset me. Research station output by 10%, please. Thank you. Ah, you rat booger. And then you don't get this back. That upsets me that you don't get the influence back on that. It's just... it's upsetting. It's really upsetting. It's really bogus.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I don't like that because now it's like now I gotta wait for more influence to come before I can grab this one. It's just... boo. He beat me by, you know, probably a month worth of time there. And then he gets that archaeological site. You will be assimilated, jerks. Man. It just chaps my hide. That boils me. That's such a great choke point, and he got it. And he just hardly got it by much of anything. Not cool. Strength from small places, having probed the frozen landscapes of the moon Samderon 3. We think we have struck something big. Okay, what do we get for this find? What I wouldn't give to not sneeze when I'm doing these recordings. So what is this? Try to find out if it has a military use. I think this gives us some kind of... I'm going to do this. I think it gives us some kind of plating or something. I can't remember. Waiting for that. Darn it. Strength from small places. This gives us improved deflector option. Oh, nice. And improved deflectors. Excuse me. Offer up 30%. That's nice.
Planetary settlement procedure.
Okay, so that one's going. We can do this one now. Colonize this one. This is, you know, also not going to be prime. Legius 2. We can come up here and get that planet. We can get this planet. What is this one? Nothing. It has a lot of districts though. Might be like a perfect EQ monopolist. It's right on these guys' board. That makes it less than perfect. Get me to 75 so I can do this. Lacking 11. Yeah, turkeys. Lacking 7. Bummer. Yeah, joikes. Here we go. The end of this month, we'll be able to pull this off. Bingo. Hey now. Don't waste my time. What are you doing? You're doing there and there and there? Here's what we're going to do. Well,
system survey.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to there. I want you to go to here. This person's already doing this down here. He's going to do this, and this, this. So there's that.
Construction complete.
Oh, good for you. Oh, I'm sure you guys think you're just going to run right on down here and get this archaeological site too.
Technological acquisition
Try again,
successful.
buddy. Actually, he probably will succeed at doing it. Mining station output. I would very much like to have that. See, there he goes. He's going right for the... Did you survey this? Is this surveyed for you? Can you do that? Are you go...
Anomalous surface.
This is hard. Leave it be for now. What are you doing? Are you going right over there? 78. You better not be. If you're doing what I think you're doing,
Construction
you better
complete.
not be. He is. You son of a... You're going to do it right there? Come on, man. Now we're going to have one of the... Where are they getting their influence from? Jerks. Alright, let's go down here. Like, I got these two spots here. You shouldn't be going for this one. You should be like, oh, we're blocked off. Let's go over and do this. But no, I must be trying to go for this other archaeological site is the only thing I can imagine. What a punk. What an absolute punk.
Anomalous surface variables.
So, what's it going to cost me to do this one? Too much? 101? I don't have it. I got to do it like one at a time. Where are you going to go now? Little jerk. Oh, he's going off there. He's going in that direction. Oh, man. What a... I'm going to enjoy crushing them. I really am. I'm going to have a good time crushing them and then assimilating them. Punks. Okay, map the stars. I ain't spending anything on that. What is this? 1,000 years. Leader experience gain plus 25. Works for 11 years. Well, cha-ching. Let's do that. What an absolute jerkwad. Nefri's Pride, an armed vessel discovered in orbit around LK-12951, is an abandoned military spacecraft. Issues a special project. Yes, I would like to do that. Yeah, I know the influence might have been nice to heed this long, but he's headed back home, so. This planet right here. What do we need for this? Colonize. Planet has an anomaly. Oh. Well,
Planetary settlement
in
procedure
that case,
initiated.
yeah, see, at some point in time, he's going to cut us off.
System survey complete.
You get done with that, we're going to come back here and have you work on this. What is this anomaly here? What is this anomaly? It is routine haunting C. Oh, wow. This has kind of screwed us over for this, so I'll tell you what, you can just come over here. Challenging. Wait a minute, where's the planet? Right there. This one is challenging. The current scientist finds this anomaly challenging, -2 levels. The anomaly would take 100 days or more to research. It's because this anomaly is routine for skill level 4. Because you're what? Well, you're 3. And he's at 4, level 4. And he also has survey speed, anomaly, discovery chance. Don't I have a scientist that has leaders? Don't I have a scientist that's really good at researching anomalies? Later experience gain, research speed. Nope. Survey, anomaly, discovery chance. Is there anybody in here? Research speed. He's got 2 different research speeds, which makes him a 10, and he's got a research speed genius there. Okay. And there's an unidentified empire there. Tell you what, why don't you come up here and do this? A ship is already performing this order. No, it's not, because you know what? This guy's right here. There's a ship already performing that order. Where? Nobody else is. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Darny darn. Yeah, and I want to go down here and get this. What is this? This has some mining districts to it. Okay, small planet. I mean, 17 is not too small. It's just not great. And there's an archaeological dig site there. So we'd like to come over here, cut them off there. Go get this archaeological dig site. I'd really like to get a choke point there. And then start worming our way down here. And we'll see how that works. In the meantime, what do we have to build? We need something for amenities. This would give us...
Construction complete.
Evaluators, jobs-based production, unit. This is what? A simulation site. Evaluators produce communication established. Artisan troop, great. It doesn't produce any amenities? How do we produce amenities on these turkeys? Drone, storage, housing, and +3 amenities. How do we produce amenities? tech drone jobs. They don't produce amenities. Maintenance drone jobs. Uplink node. Coordinator jobs. Produce administration capacity. And they, what is this? An uplink node. Okay. Stronghold isn't going to. Simulation site should produce amenities, but it doesn't. You would think. I mean, it's supposed to, it's got the same graphic as a whole theater, but it's like, nope. It just produces unity. And the sentinel posts. That's interesting. So the only thing you can do there is drone storage. And it's only +3 amenities. Is there anything I can do to give us more amenities? There's got to be a better building than that. I just haven't researched it or something. You would think. What are you doing? No orders? Can you go get this yet? Yeah, go do it. Gotta think there's a better... This can't be.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I can wait. I gotta think that this isn't normal. There's gotta be something we can do here. There's no planetary decision. Is there anything in policies? Production policy, balanced production, extraction focus, menial drone output, and complex drone output. Oh, I see. It switches them around. Purge loud, first contact protocol, orbital
System
bombardment,
survey
war
complete.
philosophy, expansions. So that doesn't affect a lot. That system's been fully surveyed. Too cool for school. Alright, what's this? What's that anomaly there? Routine? And you don't have any orders? Do that one. And you're on your way to there. Okay, and you're busy doing this. Alright, little buster. Quite puzzled, I would say. That's where I'm sitting. Certainly I need to get some ships.
Construction complete.
Auto best, Corvette. Oh my goodness. What are you talking about? I suppose that is kind of like our auto best, isn't it? Interceptor with all that stuff in there. Alright, so auto upgrade design. The breathing rift. The anomaly found close to Ceradon, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of Ceradon somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly, as if it were breathing photons. It's likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift has at some point inhaled in other things as well. We should exercise caution. Keep a close watch. Yes, let's keep a close watch on it. Alright, well, tell you what, since these are exactly the same, daily shield regen +3. Oh, that's why. There is a regen ability, isn't there? Okay. This is going to be, I'm just going to label it as a 1. It's like the starter ship. I don't care that much about it. What do we have here? Research alternatives. Yeah, we better get that. Okay, dude. Do you have enough to go get that yet? Nope. Okay. Build a mining base there. When you have enough. Planet has an anomaly. Yes, right. Yeah, I remember playing one of the machines before. Determined Exterminators, I think it was. And I had this problem. I was like, how do you fix this? Maintenance drones increase amenities. Oh, so there it is. Resource silos. Maintenance drones increase amenities. And it gives you much more storage. So if you put that down, this should go from -6 to -2. Okay, what are you looking at here? Anomalies. If I select you, you are at level 4. What do we have here? Routine, where's that one at? Go to right there. Go do that one.
Planetary surface settlement
Hey,
established.
another colony. This one can also do mining world. Let's get you started.
Construction complete.
Don't have anything we can remove yet. Alright, can you go down here yet? Yay, we're gonna get an archaeological site. That'll be kind of cool. Let's
Technological
poke out
acquisition
another
successful.
constructor ship. Alright, now we get some stuff. Improved deflectors, capacity subsidies, energy grids. I need these two first, though. Nice. Energy's dropping off a little bit. We're gonna have to take care of that. There's 10 right there, though. You are done up there. You've gone and looked at all of that. Why don't you come down here? Survey that system. We may need yet another science vessel. Maybe time to start cranking another one out. Let's go get it. In fact, what do we have? We have 706 of that. Science ship's going to cost us 100. Let's go look at leaders. Let's go try to get another scientist. Somebody who might be really good. This is 5 and 5. Or there's this guy who's a robot. I'd rather have him. Let's grab him. We'll put him to work in a second.
Construction complete.
Perfect, my little man. Okay, science vessel. Primordial soup. You, what do we have? You're busy commanding. You're a genius. You're busy commanding. Genius. Genius. Okay. Now, do I need you here to excavate site? Yes, I do. So go excavate the site, genius. These guys. Okay, we can colonize this now. It is Sim 3.
Technological acquisition successful.
I've gone a little bit over on my time here, but administration capacity, and we're creeping up on it fast, so 5% would be really good. And then Hixar Prime says, I now have some blockers you can clear for a pretty good chunk of money. So what happened here? It still only have -6 amenities, even though this said maintenance. Oh, is it because we don't have anybody working the job yet? Maintenance drones. Okay, so maintenance drones create. Maintenance drones increase amenities, and this also has what? Maintenance drone jobs plus 30. Oh my lord. Okay, so if we want amenities, we just need to create one of these districts. If every one of our planets has one, well, this is special ring world. Maintenance drone jobs. Okay, now I get it. We can probably do away with this thing here then, after we do this. Okay, now I get it. Sorry, I was just blind earlier. It was like, what the heck is going on? Where did we get amenities from? Well, that's where you get them from. Okay, and this science ship up here is... Wait a minute, no. Is there anything left here? The system, what do you got for anomalies? Is there an easy... There's a couple of 5s here. Where's this one at? Go to... Right there, there's a 5 in Sim. You can go right here, research that anomaly. Gonna get a supersized episode. It's gonna be a little bit longer than an hour. I'm curious about a couple things, so I want to keep playing. I'm curious about this. Next is, well, it's gonna take a while to do, so. Okay, In that case, this, I'm not going to need that. I'm going to replace that with something else. Probably, Empire's problem. I probably need another uplink node. So let's do that. How long is this going to take? Oops, no. How long does it take to do that? Long time. So let's do that first. Okay. Well, this is where I'm going to end it then. Folks.
Construction complete.
Yeah, with him doing that. Let's start moving off in this direction. So,
Planetary surface settlement established.
maybe I'm going to end it. Oh, this will be a food one. Agri world. And oh my goodness, we can spend a lot of money removing some of those, can't we? Okay. Well, assimilators. We are. I mean, this is us, right? Shattered ring, vortex assimilators. Demographics. Pop growth speed. I like this. This is nice. Oh, what is this? Fossils discovered. Oh, really? So we had fossilized remains from several different species that do not appear to have been indigenous to Liges 3 have been found in a large and secluded valley on the planet. They all date from roughly the same time period, the span of a few centuries, some 3.6 million years ago. Each of these species seems to have evolved in some unique biosphere, and all appear to have been sapient. Strangely, every fossilized individual found so far shows signs of having met a violent end. Well, that doesn't sound very good, does it? Okay, this is where we're going to leave it. We're going to let it hang here. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you guys dig the episodes, give them a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. And if you want to support my channel, my Patreon's listed in the description below. I'll see you next time. We're having fun, right? We're having fun. Thanks for watching, everyone.